Hello and welcome to the Daily Rift. I am Stormo, and we are following on from yesterday's video, pretty much. Straight up. So, not a lot has changed since then. I did gain a Paragon level after I completed the Rift, which was nice. Oh, wow. I just got thumped. So that's a good way to start this off, isn't it? Quick thumping. Okay, let's try and be a bit more self-aware. Let's try and use that a bit more, and let's try and head down here a bit more and open that chest. What's in the chest? Open the chest. Nothing. Okay. I don't know why I bothered. Okay, so... So we're still doing Torment 6 because, well, that's about the highest we can do, and I see no reason to stop doing Torment 6, and we are going to try today to just clear this relatively quickly and loot all the things. So there we go. So one of the downsides of using Torment 6 is that enemies do hit harder, and that does mean I need to be a little bit smarter about positioning and keeping away from things like mortar, which is what this particular group seems to have a lot of in it. And one of the benefits of having access to Vault is that I can do that very easily, so that's really good. I'm trying to get my turrets in better positions here, because I don't think I've positioned them quite as well as I'd like. You soon learn the limitations of turret range when you start throwing elemental arrows and chakrams out of it. I'd love to heal myself, but I can't. There we go. Okay, so we got through that fairly quickly and easily. So what we're doing there. Okay, we go up here. There's lots of smashable items in this map. It's the map, the Zoltan Cool area. I can't remember the actual name, I just call it the Zoltan Cool area. Hulking Phase Beast. Now, I've just remembered something really important about those sand walls, which is that projectiles generally don't shoot through them. So. And Phase Beasts teleport everywhere, which makes them really annoying. Okay. So I got all that out of the way there. And we'll move up here. Gloves. Interesting. Set gloves. I wonder if they're Marauders. I did get a second set of Marauders gloves to upgrade my first. That was actually the ancient item I got. That was an upgrade for an ancient item I already had. Was a set of Marauders gloves yesterday. So. Would not be wise indeed. So, through here. Clear these guys out. Ah! Get out of that. That's dangerous. Is that a shield pylon? Yes, it's a shield pylon. I'm not going to get that chest. If I've got a shield pylon, I'm going to try and take as much advantage of it as I can because it gives me invulnerability and reflects damage. So. The great thing about Vault is that it just lets you get into those positions that are best to attack from really quickly. So I discovered the other day, actually, for some reason I had the Sharpshooter passive enabled. Sharpshooter seems like a really good passive until you start using it and you realise it's actually not as good as some of the more straight damage buffs. It's a little bit random number generator, but more importantly than that, it relies a little bit too much on your crit rate being low, and if your crit rate's above a certain point, it's not going to benefit you all that much. So I've switched over, I think, to is it Steady Aim? That's the one where if no enemies are within a certain distance of you, you do 20% bonus damage, because that's the one I've switched over to. All of the gold. It's so dark in here that I can't actually see where I'm going a little bit. So, I didn't realise that there was like a staircase just there. So, if we could get out of this map area pretty soon, that'd be great. Because it's not one of my favourite areas to be in. So, okay. Act 2 is probably my least favourite act in Diablo 3. My favourite act is probably Act 3. That when I first played it, that part where you start of Act 3 and you're just going across the stone fort and the first area as well, and there's just millions and millions of enemies just to kill all the way, and I was like, yeah, this is why I bought this game. This is why it's fun. And then of course I discovered about the auction house, and well, yeah, the rest is long forgotten history at this point. So I don't know, I was always a bit ambivalent to the auction house. I sort of understood why they got rid of it, how it basically ruined the item collection and upgrading aspects of the game. I always wondered why they didn't just build it in as it was, like, and make it optional for players. I sort of understand that they had the real money side, and maybe they wanted to make money out of the real money side or something like that, but I never ever sold anything on the real money auction house, so I don't know if they ever did make money. I can hear a goblin and I need to figure out how to get to it. Is there a way to get... Ah, up there. Okay, so we're going back this way. Here we go. I hope I haven't hit that goblin and he hasn't teleported away yet. No, he hasn't. There we go. Okay, we're going to kill this goblin. It might seem silly to prioritise goblins over all else, but they're goblins. You can't not. Is that just a treasure goblin, is it? Okay. I wonder if he'll have the portal. Nope. Yet again, I am denied ever seeing the Greed's Realm. If I ever manage to open it, I will go to it and we will see it together. Because I've never been to Greed's Realm. It's just... all the goblins I've killed have never opened the portal to it. So, and I know it's meant to be a fairly rare thing, but I feel like I've just had bad luck with it. Let's go up here, all these. So, while I'm doing this, I should talk a little bit about my YouTube channel. And also I should clear my throat a bit, so... pardon me. There we go, that's an exit to the level. So, I've been doing this for a week and a bit now. I've decided to set my goal of doing this up until my birthday, which is in February. I won't say the exact date, but you'll know when we get to it. If I get that far, and I've been able to successfully put up a single video every day, which is my plan, I may start a Patreon so that people can support this channel through that if they don't... I'm running ads on these videos, but I can't monetize all the videos, so I'd like to be able to run a Patreon or something like that just to get a little bit of extra money. My goal is basically just to cover the cost of producing videos, which at this point mostly means covering the cost of an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. So, because it doesn't cost me much more than that to do that, and that's about $50 a month for me. So, but that's something we'll get to as we go forward. I'm not going to fuss too much if I don't make money off these videos at this point. I'd like to, like I say, I'd just like to cover the costs, but ultimately I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and not specifically because I want to make money out of it. So, and I think that's really important in anything you do. If you're just doing something for the money, it becomes clear to people that you're just doing it for the money. But if you're doing it for the passion, you're doing it for the support, or you're doing it just because you love it, then yeah, people will notice, and people will realise that, you know, you genuinely want to do this, you genuinely want to make it happen. And that's kind of my goal, is to show off to you guys that I'm here for the long run. I want to keep making videos for as long as I can, because I'm really loving doing this. And I say that, you know, a week and a bit in, but that's how I feel. It's been a long time since I've felt this strongly about something I've done. So, and look, I understand that you may not find these videos particularly enjoyable to watch. I understand that not everyone's going to like them. But I also understand that if YouTube has proved anything over the years, it's that there's basically an audience for everything. So it's just a case of finding that audience for these videos. So that's my little rant for the day. You might also notice that I've been putting little editing effects on some of the videos more recently. Fading to black at the end and a few other bits and pieces. That's just me working out Premiere Pro. I'm basically learning it as I go. I did study it many years ago. I did a course that involved doing video production, among many other things. It was a multimedia development course, and it taught me the basics of using a very old version of Premiere, like Premiere 4 or something like that, really old version. So it taught me the basics of using this software and video editing software more generally. And it's really not difficult software to pick up and learn. Video editing, computer video editing, like the basic functions of it aren't that hard once you get the hang of it. Once you get more advanced stuff, yeah, it gets trickier and trickier, but it's pretty easy to figure out how the timeline in most video editing software works. It's pretty easy to figure out how to cut and how to move things around, sync audio up with the video, all that kind of stuff. The main reason I started using it was so I could record my audio separate from Shadowplay, which is what I'm still using to capture everything, because I'll be honest, I actually tried a bunch of programs over the weekend to do some capturing, because I was having problems with something that I want to make a video for this week. But unfortunately, the particular game that I was having problems with would not capture in Shadowplay, and I tried a bunch of other different solutions, and none of them were satisfactory, shall we say. I wasn't able to get the results I want out of any of them. They either watermarked the video because I hadn't bought the program, and I didn't want to buy the program until I could determine that it was going to give me the quality I wanted, or they just couldn't produce the quality I wanted. So I'll probably have to end up buying something like Fraps or DxTory eventually to do some capturing. I was really not happy with DxTory's output when I was capturing over the weekend, but it could also be a problem with the particular game. I actually ended up speaking on the Steam forum for this game to a developer. Oh god, we've got the GOM-like boss, great. I ended up talking to a developer on the Steam forum, and they found that that the problem with capturing the video was definitely an issue with their game and not an issue with Shadowplay, and they've said that they will look into fixing it. So, but I don't know what the timeline for that will be, whether there'll be a patch for it this week, or whether it'll take a longer time. The game itself's just new on Steam. It's Super Galaxy Squadron is the name of the game. And I actually really enjoyed it, and I thought I would make a video about this game, but unfortunately I'm not able to at the moment, because I am not able to get satisfactory captures. DxTory wouldn't give me what I wanted. For whatever reason, DxTory can't capture at 60 FPS on my computer. So I tried a bunch of different settings with it. I had advice from someone I know who uses it a little bit, and we weren't able to solve the problem. Not to mention it slaps a great huge watermark over everything, so were I to use it, I would have had to spend the money on buying it, which I'm not afraid to do. I just don't quite have the money to do that this week. Like, I could hold off for a week and do it next week, and put the video together then. But unfortunately I wasn't able to. Fraps, I'm not even sure I tried Fraps to capture it. But Fraps has the same problem as DxTory, which is I would have had to purchase it, which, again, I would have done. But pretty much everyone's told me that DxTory is actually a better capper than Fraps. Anyway, we've finished this particular rift. We got... Those aren't Marauder's gloves. What are they? There are! Oh, wow. I've actually got 2 sets of gloves here. Those are Shadow's Grasp. I get a lot of those. Those are Marauder's gloves. I wonder if they're ancient. Let's see. What have we got here? Nope, they're not ancient at all, so they don't have the extra bonuses that the ancient items get. Which is a little unfortunate, but ultimately what can you do? So, anyway, that's today's Daily Rift. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we will be back tomorrow with another one.